And I'm assuming, Manoj, you hit the record.
Yes, Karthik, you can go.
All right, great. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. This is Karthik. I also have with me Manoj and Shanker from ITeLearn. Together, the three of us, we welcome you all to this orientation session on QA live project. So what I want to do is, in the first few minutes, just give you an overview idea about how this project is going to be working and how you have to participate in it. After which, I will have Manoj and Shanker walk through some of the prerequisites in terms of the skill set that we expect everyone to have within the entire QA portfolio. So let's get started with what this project is about and how it's going to shape up. So team, right now, what we're trying to do is, how can ITeLearn impart a practical, hands-on knowledge to the students who come to us for training. So far, what we've done over the last 6 years has been primarily to create the content, be it videos, live webinars, documentation, and so on, that is helping you to learn skills like automation testing, manual testing, and many tools and technologies within the IT area. So for the last 1.5 to 2 years, I believe, we've started the live project concept. The way this live project works is that we get a project from an actual client. It could be an internal client or an external client that we have. We take that project and we treat it like a real live project. Now, once we get a project and get a scope saying that, okay, ITeLearn, if we want this thing to be tested from end to end, this specific application, this is the scope of the functionality, then we are able to conduct this live project. And now, the way it works is very simple. All of you are first, I'm expecting, so Shankar, as I said, if you can write down as the notes, please, as we talked about, so that it is there also as a document. The first step for this is there are prerequisites for this training. Since it's a QA live project, we will be talking about the fact that you have a good amount of knowledge in the overall SDLC, which is software testing life cycle. You know the process of how the complete testing quality assurance team performs, and you have a good knowledge on creating the required testing artifacts like your test plan, your effort estimation, your test scenarios and cases, use flow diagrams, use cases, and a lot of other things that is related with that testing, and just mentioning a few of them. Now, these are the prerequisites that are required for all of us. Before you get into this project, we assume that you have good knowledge about it. And that is the reason we want you to first be part of the QA training and then be part of the live project. The additional thing that we're expecting the participants to know is the different types of testing, what is what testing, and the basics of how we do web-based testing, a little bit of mobile app testing, and we will guide you on that, how and where. And then we expect you to know a few tools of test management. This is only for QA live projects, so we don't expect you to know tools like QTP or Selenium and so on. But yes, defect management, test management tools like HP Quality Center or ALM, Jira, and Bugzilla. What these tools will do is they will give you a great platform, start posting all the artifacts that you create, and stuff the information on that specific tool. So these are the prerequisites. Shankar, for some reason, I believe you are the one writing, but the screen is frozen. I'm not sure if it is at my end or it is getting updated. Okay. Now,
yeah, I'm typing in the document.
Okay, all right. So I think there's a lag at my end with the video. Okay, so that's the prerequisite we expect. are then the other skills which are good to have, not mandate. For example, do you know a little bit of database testing, or do you know any type of web services testing? All of these things are good to have, but we are not really focusing on that in this project. Now, once you start the project, the way it is going to be working is, this project is a lot about you and very less about us. What does that mean? That means the way the project works is, you are the one who will be doing the project execution with your hands. So it's a hands-on exposure that you're going to do. You are the one who's going to be coming up every week, twice a week, and showing us what you have done so far. So for example, this week, let's say you've created a test plan and a test case template, all right? Or you've written a few tests. In one of these sessions, you're going to come up and you're going to say that, hey, here is the documentation that I created. This is how we did it, and so on. Now, the way we were going to be working is, first we're going to divide you into teams. Teams of the size of between 5 to 10 people in each team. The way we will divide them is depending on the time zone. There are a lot of people from across the globe who will be attending this project. So we will have time zone of people who are, let's say, in the West Coast, and then another time zone probably Central and East, and probably another time zone of UK and India as well. We're going to distribute the team based on whoever has already enrolled in the private training and now the live project. Manoj will be coming up with those teams, and we will distribute it, and he will communicate it to everyone. All of the information that we do, everything that we work on, will be put onto a Google Drive, and that specific folder is going to get shared with the entire participant. Each of you will be part of a team. You will have the contact details for the other team members, their emails and phone numbers, and what you will be doing is working with the team for about 4 to 5 hours on an average day. So we are expecting about between 15 to 20 hours of effort that you're going to be putting in every week on the project execution. So the way it works typically, very successfully which has happened, is the team will create probably a WhatsApp group or an email chain of how they communicate. And every day they will have a stand-up meeting, or you can say like a Scrum or an Agile meeting, where you come up and you say, hey, what's the plan for today? What are we doing? Who's doing what, and so on. It is very essential to understand how teams work and how you can try and focus to make it, the effort of being one of the good team players. How supportive are you? How is your attitude in terms of looking at how others are doing, and so on. So each team will get an opportunity to present this live project every week, and they will come up and say that, all right, Manoj, Karthik, Shanker, this is what we have done, and this is the progress so far. And we will be mostly in the listening mode and looking at what you have done. And that time, we will give you our recommendation and our feedback. And please always remember this thing. These are going to be critical feedback. I will not hesitate to give a negative feedback straight away on to you. And the reason is very simple. This is the platform to get you trained. Okay? I am not trying to come here to win your friendship right now, team. I am trying to get you the confidence and the skill that you require to become a star at work. That means that we have to go through rigorous training. And that is where we will be very critical and tell you, how can you do this thing? Why are you doing it this way? Why is this document like this? Why did you miss that? How did that happen? And it is for you to take it in a very sportive manner to understand, why are we trying to say a certain thing? Is it because the fact that the industry requires, and there is a specific way of being successful at work? All of these things will be coming as part of this session. And this is what I'm going to teach. Okay. Now, you are the one who will present. You are the one who's going to work with the team, make sure that all these discussions are happening. You come prepared to the session and tell us that, all right, this is what we've done. And you will also get a great opportunity to look at what other teams are doing. So the same project will get divided into multiple teams, and everyone is going to be doing the same thing. and you will see how the same project can be executed in different directions. One of the things that you can expect, and you should be very, very happy if it happens, are issues and challenges. Challenges can be anything. Someone is not up to the mark in your team and they are really not understanding how to create a document or write a test case and so on. There could be someone who's very active initially and suddenly they disappear because they've left the project. There's someone who's in a different time zone or is doing all the work by themselves, is not interacting. And there are new members which get added to the team eventually over a period of time. So all of these challenges are trying to mimic the challenges that we get primarily in a real world environment. What we see in the real world is what we are trying to simulate out here. And once we do that simulation of these and the challenges come up, you will become a star once you overcome each of these challenges. Alright? So whenever you see a challenge, whenever you see an issue happening within the team and so on, please don't hesitate to think that, hey, you're the only one having this issue. It's a common thing, and we want you to see those challenges and be able to recognize how to overcome them. And you will not only learn from your team, your project, but also from everyone else. Okay, other teams. Now, we will meet twice a week. I believe right now the schedule is for Monday and Thursday. So every Monday and Thursday for 1 hour, we're going to be meeting and you're going to be doing the presentation. Why is this presentation important? Primarily for two reasons. One, it helps you build up your communication and how you can talk. Second is when you get to an interview, you will actually talk about the project in exactly the same way. What is the most frequently asked question in any job interview that you get to? They will say, tell me about this project. What is this project all about? What did you do? And you are actually doing it. It's almost like mock interview that's going to happen. And we're also going to provide you the feedback. Am I going good so far, everyone? Any questions that need to be addressed or any issues so far in the session?
So, Karthik, the only thing that audience are facing is the audio is a little bit low from your side. That's okay. So what I will do, once you're done, probably I'll recap some of the important points that I have noted down so that even who could not get it or anything, it will be clear for them.
Great, fabulous. Thanks, Shanker. So I will try and be a little bit more louder, but I'm almost towards the end of the introduction of the project. And the idea of this project is also teams to prepare you, get you the hands-on experience, build the confidence, get you the exposure, get you very comfortable with the project and the entire test life cycle. See how you face challenges, how you overcome them, how are other teams doing, learn from your mistakes, learn from others, how they're doing and so on. Plus, most importantly, this is a project that you can take and put it on your resume and mention that yes, you worked on the project. So exactly what happened and how we did. And this is going to be about a 2-week exercise. I think it will go a little bit beyond. It can't be done in 2 weeks. But the first step on Monday will be we will introduce you to the application. We are still trying to make sure that we get the application, which is, and I'll talk a little bit about the application itself in a second. So on Monday when we start, I will give you a complete walkthrough about the application, me or Shanker or Manoj, and we will hand over the support. The way the application has to be chosen is with 2 criteria. Number 1 criteria is the functionality of the application is good and challenging enough that you all can involve and start testing it. Second is it should be a project which is actually going on right now for us, and you are in a position to put that in your resume. It cannot be a dummy project. It's not a fake project. It is an actual development that is happening. There are people working on it, and you get an opportunity to test it. That is the reason we have to select that application based on these 2 criteria. Challenging enough for you to work on, has a lot of potential for you to learn from, and also the fact that it is an actual real-time project that you can do. Now, having said this, the idea is very simple thing. It's a very intense program. It is, please don't imagine that we will come and train you. No. Yes, we will be there behind the scenes, support you. Even if you have a question, we want you to experiment, explore, search on the web, look at other try and do a lot of self-learning. Why are we putting you there? Why are we not spoon-feeding you with every issue that you get, so that you can learn to be self-reliant once you get to the project. Once your first project starts, you can be self-reliant. So team, this one specifically is for the members who don't have a real-time project experience on their profile. They don't have the hands-on exposure, and they are beginning their career into IT industry. It is absolutely for them. If you are already a QA engineer, if you are, let's say you're working in some other tool or testing, then this training is not suitable for you, because it's a very the initial level. So what I'm saying is, if you have the right skill in what you've trained, and if you are looking for a first break, then perfect. This is the right thing that we put you on. Now, so team, once we get into the project, we will do a lot more discussion about it, and we will go through a lot of things. What I will do is I'll have Shanker walk you through where the current or previous QA live project videos are there. It is going to be exactly in similar lines. So it is good for you to go there and have a quick look at what we have done, some of the orientation session videos and so on. And that's I think, a good starting point. All right, I am done. I'm open to any questions. I will let Shanker and Manoj take it from here, and I'll be around to take any questions. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so team, this is Shanker. I just want a quick check. So far, how many of you got the main main intention behind this particular QA Live project, and what are some of the important things that Karthik is trying to address, right? So I'll just quickly recap in 5 minutes. You can post the questions meanwhile, so that we can address them as I just complete. So as Karthik has mentioned, some of the prerequisites for this for you guys to start the project is so we said about 2 weeks and little beyond the 2 weeks. That's the duration of the project. So wherein you will be working, and we will be kind of guiding you. So you will be coming in twice in a week to present the status, where we'll be actually discussing across the teams, kind of providing you proper recommendations and giving you the feedback. Should I have any of the tool installed for this particular project? So what you can actually do is there is a live Jira link that we can provide you, which you can use it for your defect management thing. Other rest of the templates for writing the functional requirement document or test cases, we'll give you the templates. So do we need to prepare the tool, test document starting, the test plan to test closer? So that complete, okay, let me just quickly finish it off. As Karthik was saying, one of the mandated thing is to have a knowledge on SDLC testing life cycle and idea about process of performing the testing. So and also we'll be giving you the templates for writing the test plan, test estimations, test cases. So that will give you an idea. Yes, SRS or FS. See, other things related to Selenium or related to the fees structures and all, I would encourage post the meeting, put an email to the ITeLearn. Our team will address you. Do you have guys providing training on how to use the defect tracking tool? So there are some basic videos that are available that you can watch them, but definitely while doing the project, you will be working with the teams on one of the defect tracking tool like Jira or Bugzilla. So you will get a complete picture of how you can post the defects, how the defect life cycle will go on, and things like that. I've got my STQ certification, so that should fulfill the prerequisites part, right? So that is definitely a big goal that you are keeping it, Geeta. That's fine, but for this particular project, what we are expecting is not really the certification or anything. That's good part of you that you are targeting for that, but the fundamentally what is required is a clear understanding of software development lifecycle, how the requirements through the completion will happen, typically the testing lifecycle, and then writing different artifacts in testing. what kind of project like domain type of testing you have chosen to explain. So we have different things going on. So as Karthik just now said, Monday we will introduce to the best one as of what we have. So we have it in e-commerce, we have it in different sets of web applications. So Karthik is coming up on that, and then we'll introduce that on Monday. So we'll work on Jira. See, there's nothing like restriction here. We can use Jira, we can use Bugzilla. If two different teams uses two different things, that's very good, because rest of the folks will come to know the other one also. For example, if one of the team is using Jira, another team is using Bugzilla, right? So when we get to present it, you all will be there, and you all get to see the other side of it, what the team is using. So it's not even a single process that you can think of. So teams can use different tools, and they will develop different sets of artifacts. So if you mix it, both of them, you are getting a the other side of the picture also. What would be the average team size? So that around, I'm not wrong, like Manoj will come up with that once we have the complete list, but around 8 to 10 you can think of, which is definitely a standard size for the current agile methodologies that are going on in most of the real scenarios, where the Scrum team goes normally about 7 to 9 people. So which will try to match to that. And as Karthik was saying, you will have a daily stand-up meetings to check the progress among yourself. So which is again the real scenario that happens in the companies or industries where agile methodology is followed. So where you guys will be talking about 3 questions on among your team members, like what is the task that you have done on the previous day, and what is the task that you are planning to do on the current day, and do you have any roadblocks among your teammates to progress. So you will be discussing that on a daily basis. So we'll mostly we'll try to follow agile, because when I say it's 2.5 weeks, it's you can think of one sprint. But again, people who don't know agile, so don't get confused. If you are just familiar with one development life cycle, be it waterfall, be it agile, we'll try to give you different flavors of it as we move. So that will be a good and clear for you guys. So one of your team member will be acting that. So again, people who know agile, please don't just focus on that, because the rest of the folks will be confused. So they might have only waterfall model idea. So we need to get them onboarded as soon as possible. So until that, we'll take care of it. Please check it offline, the cost of the class and things like that. Okay, so meanwhile the questions will come up. As Karthik was saying, if you have these ideas, SDLC, STLC process of testing, along with that, some of you might have even an idea about how do we take care of web application testing. That's very good if you have, but again, not mandatory. We will anyway introduce to the web application, so you'll come to know its challenges in testing of that and things like that. So as some of you are also asking, what about the defect management tools and all? As we said, one of the team can use Bugzilla, other team can use Jira, another team can use QC if at all you have installed, who are attending my session. So just when you present it, the other teams will come to know how the template looks like in Jira or QC or Bugzilla. So even that is also an experience for them, as if like they have seen the tool. Good to have. So if you have some knowledge on database testing, web services testing, and any non-functional testing, that's okay, but it's not mandatory for this one. So as Karthik was saying, it's all majorly you will be doing the project. We will give you the right set of templates, right set of document templates and artifacts templates, and we will introduce you to the project. We'll tell you the requirements. We'll tell you the architecture of the project. And then you will be coming up with all those deliverables. Initially, you might face little difficulties in the first or second day, but let me tell you, when you start actually involving it and spending about 3 to 4 hours per day, you will get definitely an interest in that, and you will consider it as a real project, and you will definitely do it very well. So as we said, 4 to 5 hours is what you need to spend on the project. So to complete all your artifacts, and you will have daily stand-up meeting among yourself to discuss the progress. Okay, so you will set up the daily meeting time of the group members, or we need to discuss among the group members. So as we said, we will be there for sure twice in a week, but if required, we will be there online. If required, one of you can just mail us to the ITeLearn, and we will be there around the clock. We have a technical team looking at it, so we will be there online and we can jump in and help you if you're really blocked. But if you're not really blocked, and we will see how you will overcome that challenge basically. And if you're not able to overcome, and if you're completely blocked properly, that's where we might help you. But we will expect from you how you overcome that particular challenge and do it. Yes, Jyoti, as Karthik said, you can add this in your resume. This is the which is in the beta version, a live project. So nobody has seen it, nobody has faced it. So you will get a complete, and the teams are already working on it. Development team, some of the test teams are working on it. It's more of you guys are an extended team for the validating of the project. And definitely when a third eye apart from the core development and testing team, when somebody from outside look at it, the idea behind this is when somebody from outside look at it, you will be definitely help us in finding more defects in the system. So that's the value add to the project as well as value add for you in terms of the real experience. So tentatively we are thinking Monday and Thursday we'll meet for checking the progress. If there is any change in this, we'll let you know. But otherwise, if you're blocked, definitely you can reach us and we'll see if what is the step. But before come to us, we would expect that what are the steps that you have taken from your side and why it is completely blocked. Then we can help you. But if there are ways, the idea is you should think and come up with those ideas how you can proceed. When we add this to the resume, can we also give your reference? So definitely we will mention, you will have, if it is a website whose copyright is this, and you will have those details at the bottom. So that is a good reference for you. 5 to 8 members team will have to work at one sprint or different. So it's it's like this. You know what some of the best product companies do or good companies do in the world is when they have a big challenge, same challenge will be given to 2-3 different teams and see how the 2-3 different teams will come up with the solution, and then based on it they will try and choose the best solution. So similarly, we are not putting you in any competition or anything, but we will see the same set of project, how different teams work it, and we will anyway present everything. So you yourself will come to know where you are lagging on yourself. So it's just about self-introspection when we do the progress of the project at the end. So it's like you can call it as one sprint with the different teams. Yes, there's nothing wrong in it. So I'm not enrolled for your most programs, so will I be eligible again? Please check it, Pallavi, with the team. So these are some of the points that again I've noted down from Karthik's discussion that you can have it in the resume. And the point is that people who does not have real-time experience, right? So this is where you will be facing all kind of challenges as if like you really sit in the hot seat of QA member in the project and you're going through all the phases. So let me tell you, like even when I started 12 years back, I did not have any of these kind of QA live project trainings or anything. So we just got hired and got into the QA project. So where we had to face all the challenges for the first time, and there are chances where I might, kind of doing the lots of mistakes as it was the first time project. But you guys will do all that here so that you can be a better person when you go to the real project as a QA member, or when you go as a QA member into the industry. So that's the idea. Hi Shanker, I'm doing Selenium with Karthik, QCLM sessions with you, have no other experience. Yes, Reena, this is what, so the only thing what you need to do is there are QA, QC fundamental trainings that are, recordings that are created by Karthik in terms of the SDLC, in terms of, understanding what is the requirement document, what is a test plan document and all. those are some of them. I'm expecting you should have already gone through by them, but if not, those you should watch those videos before you come for this QA project on Monday, because without understanding how software development lifecycle will progress, testing lifecycle will progress, it's very difficult if you have just gone through only Selenium and QC. So those are some of the fundamental trainings on the QA QC fundamentals that every one of you should have already gone through. Where we write test cases in this QA project, in QC or Excel. So Jinsi, again, so we're saying, right, so we will give you the test case template for you to write, but if you have attended my QC sessions and installed QC on your machine, you're welcome to go and use QC for writing the test cases. And if you have familiar with any other tool that, part of course that you have done it here in ITeLearn, or if you know any of them, and if it is, a free version, where other folks can see that, you can welcome and use it. Primarily from our side, we will give you the Excel sheet for writing the test cases, which you can fill it up, but some of you have attended my QC thing. If you have installed it, see, that's the best part. If, for example, in one of the team, one or two folks of you attended my QC session and the rest of the team is not attended, so when you guys discuss among yourself, and you can get to see the other part of it also. That's the highlight that I'm trying to make every time. So you can, there's no restriction here, but primarily document for FRS, Excel sheet for writing the test cases, we will give you it. And even logging the defects, Excel sheet also will give you. You can use Jira Bugzilla also for logging the bugs. Team, do you guys have any other questions? Manoj, you wanted to talk about anything that I have not covered, because you are the best one that you are there all the previous ones. So if I miss any of the points, you can highlight it.
Not specifically, Shankar, I think you have covered most of the things. So once I think we'll finalize teams, I think we can divide you all in different teams, and you all will do your walk through Google folders, Google Drive, and you can place all your documents there, so that it can be shared across the teams, and other team also can view your document, and they can get some content from there. So that's it, I think, from my side, Shankar.
All right, can everyone hear me, guys? Karthik?
Yes, Karthik.
It's much clearer, Karthik, now it's very clear.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but good, it's clear. So what I was trying, and thank you, Shankar, I think you and Manoj, you guys have covered all that I really wanted to say. So there are 2 or 3 things that keep coming up in which is different from typical. Why are they pushing you for challenges? Why are they asking you to be happy? Because this is your training ground. When you get to an interview, they will ask you what kind of challenges you face in the project execution. So when you come and do the presentation, you will not tell us this is not working or that didn't happen, that's why it didn't do. You don't give us excuses. You will come and tell us that we have faced this challenge and this is how we solved it. Alright? And if it is not solvable, if you block somewhere, we will absolutely help you. We will get you pushing from there, push you out of that hole. But you have to tell us what challenges and how you face them. Same way, you will also hear from the other teams what challenges they have overcome, what was the solution for the problem, and so on. These things you can go and talk in interviews with a lot of confidence. All right, everyone is understanding what we're trying to say? Now, the other thing is we also were talking about involvement, right? So we don't believe everyone is, we believe everyone is unique. Some people have more skill than the others, some people have more experience than the others, some of the members may have more time than the others, and so on. Now, with this kind of a structure, there are 1 or 2 of you who may be working more than the others. Do you know what is the best way to learn anything? It is to start teaching it. Once you get to try and teach someone about a concept, that is when you master it. So let us say that one of the members in your team has a good knowledge about quality tests. Let's say the other 5, 6 participants are not so good. that individual who's got a good knowledge on Quality Center or AMM can open the tool and do a quick walkthrough as he or she is building a few of those stress management documentations and so on. You see what I'm saying? That is how you are able to become better. And this person, once he or she does the teaching, automatically becomes very, very good at it. All right, everyone? So please do not hesitate to try and interact with others, try and help others, help them overcome the challenge, and in the return, you will become much better at the same. And this project is not got to do anything with just most. Of course, most members, which are masters of software testing program, they are all welcome to be part of any of these sessions that are going on. But you don't have to be a most member for it. You can take it independently. It has to be part of a package of QA, training, and project. So after the session, we will send an email by tomorrow guiding you what the next steps will be for you all to enroll. All right. Now, so please, the participants who have already paid, were registered, were confirmed into it, just wait for us. We already have the list of the participants, and we will start working on the team and start sending you. All right. I just wanted to cover a few more things. It is a very exciting team to see so many members coming across and participating in these sessions from ITeLearn. It is a very, we are very grateful for the kind of audience that we have. Just to have someone to listen to is a great thing in today's world when time is a crunch. And we are glad that you recognize us in terms of what we deliver to you. So let's get going. Let's get into the next session on Monday and take it forward. If any of the participants have not gone through or have not been exposed to the training program so far, you have about 4 or 5 days to try and catch up, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and this bit of Monday, before you come into the live project. So, Shankar, why don't you show those 2 web pages on ITeLearn? One web page is the web page on where the training videos are, the one which I have done, the one which you have been doing and so on, and also the live project. Can you show that to everyone? And then we can...
Sure, I'm just saying that. So, yeah. So once you are in ITeLearn, team, here are the QA training videos where you can see some of the software fundamental trainings, training videos, and we have a QA live project 1 and live project 2. Which is done previously by the similar structured way of with the different teams. So whoever have an access, you can go to it, you will get a clear picture of what is expected out of you. But otherwise, yeah, you should actually watch these fundamentals. There is no other option basically. So here is the section, and we have this QA online project thing also. Sorry for that. Some of you cannot see it. Let me. Can you see it, guys? ITeLearn website now. Okay. So here is the thing. Okay. So here you have online courses section, where in this you have QA training videos, and that will bring up software testing fundamental training videos. Can you see this link? And then followed by QA Live Project 1, QA Live Project 2. Okay, and there is a QA QC Live project which is going to begin. That's where after you guys presented the progress and everything, it will be in the ITeLearn website at this particular link. So the upcoming folks can see what you have done and how best you have done. So this is the previous ones. Is it clear? Where you need to look for the contents and things like that. Cool. So I'm done with the Karthik link. So yeah, as Karthik said, folks who have registered and confirmed it, just wait for 1 or 2 days. Like by Monday, you will get a clear steps in terms of how we're going to do it and who are your teammates and things like that. And who are planning to register it do so as soon as possible, so that we can add you to the right teams based on your time zones and things like that. Otherwise, also we can do small mistakes based on your time zone, arrangements based on your time zones. But if you can do register quickly, it will help us in making the teams as soon as before the Monday when we come up. So that's all we have for today, team. Thank you for your time. Have a good evening, good day, wherever you're from. So keep you posted. We'll keep you posted on the next steps.
Thank you everyone. Bye then. Bye from my side.